Welcome Wargamers to another Mid-Sussex YouTube video. You are here with Sam, and today we'll look at the Alliance Smuggler ally pack. The one that kind of came out by itself with the Bantha. I know you can see Bosk over on the right side, but this is not a Best Fin Gambit expansion. I'm just doing it at the same time because me and Tom never got around to doing this one. So yeah, this is the Alliance Smuggler. Just a generic smuggler, one of many that the Rebel Alliance probably had during the Galactic Civil War. It's quite a cool model. I'm not quite sure on the pose. He's kind of leaning back and shooting. His weight looks a bit wrong, but it's pretty cool. It's dynamic, so it gets a +1 from me, and the mould lines look minimal. I know you probably can't see that from here, but the detail's pretty cool. If I'm honest, I forgot I had him until I opened the case. I think I've used him once or twice, which is why he's not got any paint on him. Usually if a model does well, I tend to go back and paint them quite quick. So yeah, there's the Smuggler model, very cool. Let's look at his upgrade cards, sorry, his deployment cards. We have the generic version, or the regular version shall I say, which is 2 points. Incredibly cheap, officer cheap. Obviously the Alliance Smuggler is a smuggler. He has Surge for Stun, Pierce 1 and +2 accuracy. Fairly standard. Having stun is always good. He's got Smuggler's Instincts, which is perform and interact, then move up to 2 spaces. Now in skirmish, this is kind of, it's not as good because there aren't as many interact abilities, shall we say, or not in the competitive scene. But it's still, you still get to move. And obviously it's handy in campaign because obviously there's many interacting with crates and doors and whatnot. So if you can win his mission and bring him along, then he's quite good. He's also slippery. While defending, apply -2 accuracy to the attack results. After an attack targeting the resolves, gain 2 movement points. So you can, just dodge from cover to cover and hope you don't get hit. They have only got 3 health, 4 speed, white defense dice, and green yellow. So they're pretty squishy, but for 2 points you wouldn't expect a tank. Obviously the white dice, they might get quite lucky with the old dodges. I think the idea here is that slippery keeps them out of trouble. Obviously with that -2 accuracy and the 2 movement points. So, not bad for 2 points. A lot of the time I find I have 2 points. I don't want to take some of the upgrades, skirmish upgrades. So you can just throw them in. There is an elite version, which is 4 points. And for that you get +2 health and +1 speed. The attack dice and defense dice are the same, but you do notice that he gains 1 extra surge ability, which is focus, and he also gets +3 accuracy and pierce 2 instead of +2 accuracy and pierce 1. And he's got improved smuggler instinct, so he can move up to 3 spaces after interacting. So he's also pretty good, 4 points, fairly cheap, throw 1 in, do a bit of damage, 5 speed, he can easily get to objectives. And last but not least, we have a skirmish upgrade. I say last in the deployment cards. Smuggler's Run. It's for smugglers only, it's an attachment. Deplete this card while you're in your opponent's deployment zone, you gain 5 VPs. You basically make a mad dash to the other side of the map, and if you get there, you get 5 VPs. It's quite tough because obviously your opponent knows what's coming. And with both the smugglers, they are liable to sustain fire. I think this is more of, instead of trying to make a mad dash to get it as soon as possible, you almost have to keep him safe and wait till there are less models on the board, and then try and make the the dash of freedom and claim your 5 VPs. Maybe use it to win the game rather than trying to get a 5 VP head start. It is good for a point. Obviously it's unique, so you can only take it on 1. I guess it would have been quite broken if you would have to take it on 6 smugglers, which you can easily fit in a list. So yeah, pretty cool. I have used it a few times. I've never managed to get into my opponent's deployment zone, so they usually catch on pretty quick that the smuggler is just double moving as quick as he can towards it. But still, it gives you that option if you're desperate or need some extra VPs. Next up we have the command cards. We've got Smuggled Supplies, which is for smuggler only. Use at the start of your activation to recover 2 damage, apply +1 surge to your attack results until the end of the round, or apply +1 evade to your defense results until the end of the round. I'm guessing that's apply a surge or apply a evade. So you recover 2 anyway, and then you can either get surges or evades. It's quite cool for a point. Obviously, you know, evades I don't think are as good as blocks, but obviously they do come in handy if you're fighting maybe like another, or being shot by a hero or a more powerful unit that have those, you know, harder to get surge abilities. And obviously if you want a lightning, even better because it gives you access to your surge abilities. We have Smuggler's Tricks. Again, Smuggler, 1 point. Choose a tile or token you are on or adjacent to. Until the start of the next round, your opponent counts as having 1 fewer figure on or adjacent to that tile or token. It's very good for maps where it's like control the control room or control the terminals. You know, you can play this, and your opponent, you know, I think it works best if they've only got 1, because they then count as having 0. But it might force your opponent to commit models to where they don't want to commit them. Say, you know, they put a single stormtrooper on a terminal. You know, you can run up to the terminal and go, no, it's mine. And unless they commit more models to that terminal, which, you know, can ruin their plans and help you win the game. We've also got self-defense, which is 0 points. Any figure used when a hostile figure enters a space adjacent to you, that figure suffers 1 damage. Simple. An awesome card for 0 points. I've used this one quite a lot. It's very good, especially if you've got someone who can't do anything like C-3PO. You know, they run up and he just kind of slaps them for a damage. Yeah, you know, 0 points. Throw it in. You know, it's a good card. It's an extra point of damage that you wouldn't otherwise have done. And probably the crown jewels of this particular pack, the Heart of Freedom. Any rebel figure. Use at the start of your activation to discard 1 harmful condition, recover 2 damage, and gain 2 movement points. It's awesome. You know, you get inspired by the cause. For 2 points, I think it's brilliant. If you're, you know, playing a rebel list, then you've got to throw this in, especially, you know, with like Dengar and his punishing strike. You know, being able to get rid of a condition without having to spend an action, it's pretty darn awesome. So yeah, those are some very, very good command cards. Another good pack by FFG, no doubles, and some quite cool ones to boot. We do have the side mission here where the rebels can choose to, or attempt to win the smuggler as an ally, which I'll show you the map for that in a minute. Obviously we've got the 2 skirmish map cards. We've got uplink and we've got delivery system. It's all about carrying data to terminals and all that sort of stuff, and it, you know, opening hangar doors. I think me and Tom have played these a few times, and they're pretty good fun. So make sure you give them a go. I'll have a quick look at the map. So this is the Imperial Command Hub skirmish map. If you can see that, it's fairly big, and this bit here, if you control the red terminal, it basically counts as open. So you can have some proper big firefights going through there, and as soon as someone steps away, it's you know, the door slams shut or the force field, you know, reappears and stops shooting through it. The side mission, precious cargo, very small. I must admit, I've not even looked at the side mission, so I'm not quite sure what you have to do. Probably free someone. There seems to be some stormtroopers and some mission tokens kicking around. But yeah, should be good. I'm not sure the Alliance Smuggler is one I would go for in campaign as an ally, but you know, for 2 or 4 points, it doesn't give the Empire much to play with when it comes to resolving optional deployment. So might be worth doing if you're struggling to get any allies. So yeah, that's the end of this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not sure what one's up next, but yeah, comment below if you agree with what I'm saying. If you don't, then comment below and, you know, say why. You know, I'm always up for hearing how people are using the smuggler, seeing if they have got any success out of him. And yeah, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe, Thanks for watching, and may the force be with you.